Okay, so we are going. This is being live streamed. That's how I'm going to record it. What I'm doing, by the way, is I'm getting ready to do the book on the magic formula, and that means that I had to break down into about 10 separate big chunks just to create the rough draft that I need to do this. And the core of it, of course, will be the 5 steps of the magic formula. Yesterday, I did an essay about the map or model, and I'll be polishing that and expanding that. Today, I wanted to talk about the A in the magic formula, which is action. Let's see. Do I have a virtual filter that would be good for this? There we go. Magic. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's see. What do we need to take a look at here? The A is for action. If you were to take a look at the life writing formula, the thing that helps people become writers, we've built chunks of the magic formula into that 6-step process. That 6-step process is you write a sentence a day, you write 1 to 4 short stories a month, you finish and submit 1 story per month, you don't rewrite except editorial request. Step 5 is you read 10 times as much as you write, and step 6 is you repeat this process 100 times. If you take this 6-step process apart, you'll see a vast amount of compressed information, perspective, philosophical points, things that Octavia Butler and Ray Bradbury and Robert Heinlein and Larry Niven and Harlan Ellison and other people taught me either directly or within their writing. Although in those cases, I had a chance to sit down with all those people and talk about writing personally. I was blessed in that sense. Let's see, with Robert Heinlein, no, we talked about life. I guess maybe we never talked about writing specifically, but I learned about writing from his writing. Okay, I learned what his attitudes about writing were from his writing. I'm trying to be as totally honest as I can be here. But in terms of daily action, what's the daily action encoded in that pattern? It's you write a sentence a day. What's the weekly action? There isn't really a weekly action, but there is a monthly action. You write 1 to 4 short stories a month, and you finish, polish, and submit 1 per month. So what we have there is a definition of the daily action you need and the monthly action that you need. Given that you are moving in the right direction, that's a career thing. If you were talking about sales, marketing, manufacturing, daily increase might be studying your craft, might be working on your craft, it might be researching your marketing, it might be updating your understanding of sales. Any number of different things are possibilities. But you would need to define what is your daily action. How many sales calls do you have to make that day? How many chapters do you need to read? How many pieces of raw material do you need to inspect? How much do you need to produce? You have to define this. And then once you define it, you make the daily amount, your minimum daily amount, small enough that there is no rational reason not to do it. The only reasons not to do it will be emotional reasons. There is no rational reason not to write 1 sentence a day. There just isn't. But people often will say, yes, I really want to be a writer. Yes, I will commit to 1 sentence a day. And then they don't do it. In that case, they now have a diagnostic. Their lack of success in writing is not about the external world. It's not about their talent. It's not about anything except the fact they don't keep their word to themselves. Simple as that. I mean, yes, there is fear. I'm afraid of rejection, I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of that. That's all true. But the fact is that professional artists also have those fears. And what's critical is that you know that if you say you're going to do something, you're going to do it. That's so critical in life in general, that creating this, what I call atomic goals, something that is so small that you have, it would have taken you 60 seconds to write 1 sentence. And you didn't do it, but you watched television for 3 hours. If you look at that, you know that the problem is not out there. The problem is in here, it's in your heart. And that's where you want it to be. I mean, the problems are always inside us. They're always external problems. If if you've dealt with oppression or abuse or neglect, uh, then those external problems get larger. But if you take a look at the people who manage to succeed in spite of those externals, they can keep their word to themselves. They will say they're going to do something and they'll do it. This is where it starts. And there are atomic goals, atomic actions, the smallest minimum piece that will actually move you in the right direction for any arena of life. Physically, you might want to take a look into the five Tibetans. Fantastic short-term exercise. If you can do 21 repetitions, you're basically healthy. But you start with just 3 repetitions. So you do 3 repetitions of each of them, and you're doing joint mobility. You could combine that with joint mobility drills. You find that your hips and your shoulders are not feeling good in response to it because you've neglected them for too long, in all likelihood. I mean, if you have a physical issue that your doctor says, no, your muscle, your joints were not built to do that, then you listen to the doctor, and I would suggest, personally, going to a physical therapist, showing them the exercises and having them help you create a modified version so that once again it becomes a matter of, did you keep your word to yourself or not to do 3 of each of these things, which would take you 2 minutes a day to be on the path of overall health. Joint mobility, if you can't do that, 5 minutes of joint mobility. You put on a favorite song, it's 3 minutes. You do joint drills while the song is playing. Sun salutations, 3 sun salutations. That's 3 minutes. You can do that if you'll force yourself to do it. And what you'll probably find is that you have aversive patterns with your body. Intermittent fasting, fantastic practice in many ways. This is something that I'm working with right now. When I'm under stress, it's harder for me to do intermittent fasting because there's so many emotional connections. I love sitting down and eating dinner with my wife at night. So it can be difficult. So what I will do is I won't eat until 6 or 7 o'clock at night. So that is a version of intermittent fasting. It's not as strict as what I would really, really like the most. So that's 2 different arenas: your career and your physicality. What about your heart? The 5-minute miracle. Remember, the buy-in for all this is the 5-minute miracle. You're taking at least 5 60-second breathing breaks during the day. In each one of those breaks, you could visualize the child in your heart. In each one of those breaks, you could get quiet enough to feel your heartbeat, or you could take your pulse to your heartbeat. You could be using each of those 60-second breathing breaks to connect with your heart. The blessing dance that I do with my wife every day, that is a ritual. My morning ritual is a ritual. These things benefit your heart. You want to fill yourself with gratitude. Even if you're just taking 5 60-second breathing breaks and you're thinking about something you're grateful for. You think about what you want to accomplish by the end of the day, how this fits into your long-term goals, and then you flood yourself with gratitude just for those 60 seconds. I can do that really fast. I can do that in 10 seconds. I have to do a video. This is connected with wanting to finish a book. And I am so grateful for the opportunity to do this. That is just wonderful. Make sure that you do that. Short-term goal, long-term goal, positive emotions. Do that 5 times a day and watch the results. I mean, it's astounding. Such a difference. This, like I said, taking action, these small things, is both builds. It actually takes you towards your goal, and it helps you to detect the problems that you have that stop you from accomplishing your goals. So there are a lot of different reasons to do it. Reveal your true emotions and your capacity for focus. All you have to do is be sure you never have a 0, 0 to 9 in the category, any of the 3 categories that you're working on, and you will automatically begin to improve by that 1% per week. Once you understand that, and once you move in that direction, you're entering a different world. Within 6 weeks, you'll enter a different world, and you will start hearing people's conversations about their lives and about why they are where they are in their lives, whether it's positive or negative, much more clearly and you will find yourself developing your own philosophy about how things work. But you have to do this, once again, 5 minutes a day. You can do this in 5 minutes a day. You can easily write that one sentence. You can easily do 3 repetitions of sun salutations. You can easily connect with your goals and your sense of gratitude and their daily action. 5 minutes a day. If you'll do that for just 6 weeks, you'll start building that habit. And in 6 weeks, you'll start seeing where you have gaps, breaks in your chain, and you'll be able to say, I'm going to fix this. And then you can look for the resources necessary to do it. The magic formula is one of those sets of resources. This works, and it works beautifully. If you make sure that you don't have a break in any one of those 5 things, map or model, daily actions, gratitude, clear intentions, and a sense that this is organic to your nature, it is that you are in a different realm, and you will be able to not only accomplish your own dreams, but help the people around you accomplish theirs. So that's all I want to say. And now I'm going to end this today, and that will enable me to drop this into a dictation program, and I will suddenly have a mini chapter. Take care. Bye-bye.